Chalmers!
Allis.
It's 200.
200?
200.
200.
200.
200.
Yep, today we're going to talk about the Allis Chalmers 200. Hello, my name is Ryan and welcome to Legendary Tractors. I recently did a video on the Allis Chalmers 190 and 190 XT and several viewers asked if I could do one on the 200 as well. I've managed to acquire some literature on the 200, so let's give it a shot. Let's start out discussing some of the specifications, production history, and list pricing on this tractor. Then we can look at one of the marketing materials that Allis used to educate farmers about the tractor in the hopes of making some sales. Before we get going, I would like to ask that if you enjoyed today's show, please take the time to like, comment, and especially subscribe to my channel, as it will allow me to bring you more content like this for your enjoyment. Be sure to check out my other videos about legendary tractors as well. Now, let's get started. The Allis Chalmers 200 was essentially an Allis Chalmers 190 XT, just better. So let's talk about how Allis made it better. The later model 190 XT tractors had wider final drive gears and a different differential than the early models. This was to alleviate some of the issues caused by too much horsepower for the rear end design. The Model 200 even had wider final drive gears yet. This pretty much eliminated rear end issues experienced in the 190 XT. The cabs offered on the 200 were ROP certified. I don't know for sure if the one on the 190 XT was, but I suspect that it was not, as they do not make much mention of that in the literature. The cab on the 200 was certainly more user-friendly and is really much more like the cabs found on modern tractors than what was offered for the 190 tractors. Next, let's talk about the 3-point hitch. Lift cylinder geometry was changed a bit, which allowed for higher lift capacity with the 200. The engine was the same, but had a 7-blade fan for improved cooling. It also had 2 oil filters instead of 1 and a larger oil pan for better oil filtration. The muffler was moved from under the hood to above it. The 200 had ball actuated disc brakes, which were an improvement over the band type that was offered on the 190s. And finally, the grille on the front of the tractor is different. The screens are less recessed and there's no horizontal pieces in the 200 tractors.
When was it made?
The Allis Chalmers 200 was produced from 1972 to 1975. There were 10,126 built and original price was $14,125. Now let's take a look at the brochure for the 200. Go when the going's tough with turbocharged power. The 200 tractor gets its go from a rugged 6-cylinder diesel that's 301 cubes big and turbocharged for extra power. It cranks out 93.6 horses that act like a lot more, accelerates right now when you hit the throttle, and reacts so fast to changing load conditions that you do a lot less downshifting than you would expect. Dual fuel filtering system helps ensure top performance. Pistons have the top land recessed so that combustion pressure forces the rings outward, increasing oil wiping action, maintaining full compression, and reducing crankcase dilution. Air cleaner is up front where engine heat can't cook incoming air. Has big capacity filter to give you a long service interval. 7-bladed fan runs slowly and quietly, uses little horsepower, yet has big cooling capacity. Crankshaft driven oil pump delivers fast lubrication, has big capacity. Go when the going's tough. Take command with the Allis Chalmers 200. The 200 tractor is built deep down tough, with extra size where it counts and the guts to keep going when other tractors might bog down. But for all its big acre handling ability, the 200's an easy tractor to handle. In the driver's seat, you have all-around visibility and round after round comfort, plus complete command at your right hand with console control. There's no reaching or groping for the lever you need. They're all right there. Power clutch for shifting speed ranges, throttle for letting out the big power under the tapered hood, hydraulic controls to command instant action from implements and set their traction booster system to pull you through the tough spots. The 200 puts big power on the ground and keeps it there. 8 forward speeds, 5 of them in the critical working range of 2.5 to 6.5 miles per hour, gives you the right speed you need for every job. Power clutch lets you change speed ranges on the go. Stop forward travel without stopping the PTO. Inch tractor ahead or back. Start smoothly in both forward and reverse. Comfortable cab, optional, is rubber mounted and insulated for quiet. Pressurized to give you a dust-free atmosphere. A heater and air conditioner are available, and the windows fold out for mild weather operation. 3-point hitch carries big implements high to give you plenty of transport clearance. Hookup goes fast with telescoping lower links and a special control that lets you raise draft arms from behind the tractor. A multi-position steering wheel is standard equipment. It adjusts up and down, slides in and out, makes driving more comfortable for any size operator. Slide rails make it simple to adjust seating position for maximum comfort, regardless of your height. Deluxe seat is standard. High back seat with folding armrest is optional. 4-pinion differential has the size for continuous work output. The stay in the field toughness to make full use of the 200's big power. And the same ruggedness is built into the rest of the powertrain. Wide, tough bow gears carry power to the rear axles. They have the size to shrug off wide working implement shock loads. The toughness to take heavy, continuous pulling. Dual PTO has both 540 and 1000 RPM gearing built into a reversible one-piece drive. Shaft fits into a dry socket so there's no oil loss when changing speeds. You remove just 4 cap screws to make the change. Roll shift front axle lets you change tread width easily. The hydrostatic power steering does the muscle work. Power shift rear wheels provide tread widths from 60 to 92 inches. Engine power does the heavy work. All you do is loosen and tighten the bolts and operate the clutch and brake pedals. Big hydraulic pump delivers constant low pressure, high volume fluid power to hydrostatic power steering and power clutch, lift arms and remote rams, and traction booster systems, even at low engine RPM. There's no starving of one system to feed another. Built-in hand cranks make it easy to adjust the length of lift links. So, how do you think Allis Chalmers did with this advertising brochure? I think it's pretty good. It kind of makes me want to try one out. I've never driven a 200 or even a 190. If someone in western or central New York, or maybe even northwestern Pennsylvania wants to hook me up with that opportunity, that would be awesome. Maybe we could even make another video about that. I hope that you've enjoyed this video about the Allis Chalmers 200 tractor. If you have a good story about an Allis, tell me all about it in the comments. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to check out some of my other videos about legendary tractors. I'll see you next time, and I hope that you have a great day.